Liverpool fans have even more reason to worry about Alexander Isak after Graham Potter's recent comments. Liverpool is reportedly ready to break the UK transfer record again with an FSG offer of significant magnitude. Guehi's teammate admits he is basically on his way, while a new explosive revelation exposes the club's situation. Welcome, Red supporter. Let's get into today's updates. Alexander Isak has been one of Liverpool's biggest disappointments this season after his record transfer in September. The Swedish striker forced his way out of Newcastle on the final day of the transfer window, leaving the club on bad terms. Because he spent the entire preseason training alone, it was expected that Isak would need time to adapt to Liverpool. A groin injury suffered in October slowed him down even more. His call-up to the Swedish national team for November fixtures brought some optimism that he might finally begin to show his potential. New Sweden manager Graham Potter confirmed that Isak is fit for the decisive matches against Switzerland and Slovenia, renewing hope that his physical problems might be coming to an end. However, after Potter's press conference on Friday, new concerns emerged. Isak is still not ready to play 180 minutes in just a few days. As Liverpool struggles to use their main signing consistently, the team continues to improvise and attack. Arne Slot, who planned for Isak to be his main striker, has not yet been able to rely on the Swede regularly. According to Potter, this won't happen in the international matches either. In an interview with Fotbollskallen, Potter stated that Isak is not ready to start against Switzerland. He explained that the striker cannot handle 2 full games in 4 days and must be managed carefully. Potter added that the best way to use Isak right now is by bringing him on in the second half to avoid unnecessary strain. There is hope that Isak will be in better physical condition when he returns to Liverpool next week. However, the club will likely need to continue managing his minutes. With the festive period approaching and matches piling up, these limitations could bring even more frustration. Despite the disappointing start, there is still time for Isak to recover and justify the massive investment. But both Slot and the player must handle this delicate situation, which may prevent Liverpool from playing at full strength in December. Liverpool faces intense weeks ahead, with matches against Nottingham Forest, PSV Eindhoven, and West Ham requiring a fully fit squad. At the moment, Isak is not a fully reliable option due to his injury history and difficulty with short recovery periods. Still, the club can take comfort in Potter's careful management of the situation, protecting the striker to ensure long-term recovery. The hope is that this strategy will finally allow Isak to find rhythm and contribute consistently. A new report claims that Liverpool is preparing to make the biggest signing in its history in 2026 with the arrival of Michael Olise. According to the publication, the club has been working for weeks on the salary structure and transfer plan necessary to bring in the Bayern Munich player, who is seen as essential for the team's future. The potential signing also raises questions about what it would mean for Mohamed Salah. This summer, Liverpool invested £440 million in rebuilding the squad to match Arne Slot's vision of creating a dominant team for years to come. Despite the huge spending, Liverpool already sits 8 points behind in the Premier League title race and has struggled to extract consistent performances from the revamped squad. The high expenses were partially offset by player sales, totaling more than £228 million, significantly reducing the net spend. Still, FSG intends to continue investing. According to a report from Spain, signing Olise would be the next major move in the club's strategy, and Liverpool is willing to pay whatever it takes to secure the 23-year-old. The Cajes reports that Olise has become the most discussed name behind the scenes as the Reds accelerate their plan to find a long-term successor for Salah. Seen as a talent capable of defining Liverpool's present and future, the Frenchman is viewed as the kind of player who could transform the attack. The report states that Liverpool could submit a record-breaking offer of around €200 million to pry him away from Bayern. Bayern Munich, however, shows no intention of selling its most valuable player and considers Olise non-transferable. Even so, rumors suggest that Liverpool continues to advance quietly, outlining his future role and preparing an irresistible offer. Although Cajes is known for more speculative content, some details match reports from more reliable sources.
Lewis Steele from the Daily Mail has already confirmed Liverpool's interest, saying Olise is a name to watch next summer. Transfer journalist Graham Bailey also listed Olise among the 3 players Liverpool is considering as potential replacements for Salah. Olise is negotiating a new contract with Bayern, making a move difficult, and clubs like Manchester City are also monitoring the situation. Bayern wants to keep him and plans to improve his salary, currently around €14 million per year. Even so, Liverpool remains determined, motivated by Saudi interest in Salah and the possibility of selling the Egyptian before his contract expires in 2027. If completed, the transfer would mark the beginning of a new era in Liverpool's attack.
Rumors of Marc Guehi joining Liverpool in 2026 gained momentum after new reports from the Spanish press and a striking statement from his Crystal Palace and England teammate Adam Wharton. Liverpool came very close to signing Guehi on the final day of the transfer window. The club had reached an agreement with Crystal Palace for £35 million, including a 10% sell-on clause. Medical tests were completed and personal terms were agreed. However, just hours before the window closed, Crystal Palace decided to cancel the deal, forcing Guehi to stay with the club for at least the first half of the season. Even so, he continued to perform at a high level without showing any frustration. With Guehi having made it clear that he will not renew his contract, expectations grow that he will leave Crystal Palace for free in 2026. Starting January 1, he will be able to negotiate freely with foreign clubs, opening the door for speculation involving Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Still, sources indicate that the player's heart remains set on Liverpool. Adam Wharton reinforced this in an interview with the Athletic FC podcast, saying that Guehi's departure in 2026 seems inevitable. According to him, the decision not to renew makes the situation obvious. Wharton praised the defender, highlighting his consistency in the Premier League, in international competitions, and in daily training. He believes Guehi has the quality to play and start at any top club in the world. Wharton also discussed the failed transfer to Liverpool, revealing that everyone in the squad believed Guehi was leaving that day, and that his move was treated as almost certain. When everything collapsed, Guehi remained professional, returned to work, and continued performing at a high level. His displays never suggested disappointment or frustration. According to Wharton, Guehi did not say goodbye or confirm his departure. Everything remained vague, without open conversations in the squad. Meanwhile, the Spanish press has strongly reported this week that the defender has already chosen to sign with Liverpool, rejecting Real Madrid's interest. If confirmed, the Premier League champions may be close to securing one of the most consistent defenders in English football for the next era of the team. Thank you very much for watching until the end. See you next time.